where we left off, the party had found one of the magical items, the weapons that they came here searching for, and with that being said, there was much discussion about the dispersion of treasure. And what to do next? One of the characters has decided to take a nap in a coffin, and while the others fought over money. So, where were we the last time we were at?
There was deep discussions, but no one came close.
Yep. Yep.
So let me make a proposal to you,
In character?
dear Creed.
Okay, in character.
I think.
What is this in character stuff you speak of?
I think we should split it evenly amongst the living, and I will throw in a bonus. Since Adam did help out so much, I will personally go and buy him some armor at the armory in town, so that he can take a little bit more of a beating. And I will help disguise him as we go into town. That way he can stay with us. If you're okay with it.
But
I
can
think
you control the stench?
I think your proposal seems fair. I would like to counter with, I think that going forward, those involved in battle should be present for a majority of it to get a fair share.
It would seem that those of us here have skipped quite a bit of combat. We should try to stick together from now on to make that not an issue. If it comes up, I do agree.
Going forward, I accept your proposal for this.
Great.
Recursion.
Great. So, out of character, how much gold was in this room that we were fighting over?
10K.
It was 9,000 gold and 10,000 silver, so approximately 10K. Yep.
So divide that by how much per person? Because Alabaster didn't want to.
However you guys decide is how that's gonna work.
I think it's
2, 3,
5.
4, 5. So 5. So that would be 2,000 apiece. So everyone is in agreement. Alabaster misses his share because he is napping. And also said he didn't want some before his nap. So everyone add 2,000 gold to their inventory.
Thanks, man.
Except for you.
Aw.
Where is that under equipment?
Yeah, it's under equipment. Well, if we're okay with it, we should finish up in this room, and I think we should leave before we take a short rest. I feel uncomfortable that vampire is not lying before us.
Should we investigate the coffin just to be sure?
I'm sleeping in the coffin.
Yeah, but do we want to try to push it, maybe?
You're going to push it
I
off
remember
the coffin?
Goragak had mentioned that he wanted to take a look at that.
I feel as though there may be a trapdoor underneath it.
We can.
How else did he get in and out of this room so easily?
That's fair. Maybe there is a
Well,
trapdoor
there was
in here.
actually, wasn't that solved last one out of character? There was little holes on the base of the area where when he turned into dust, he was able to disperse outwards. Anyway.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
I think I was said last time.
I thought that was him dying.
The vampire, as the party recalls, the vampire turned into mist and attempted to flee, but it seems to have disappeared.
Well,
leaving only his clothing.
Oh, is his clothing there? I want to investigate to see if there's anything in his clothing. I'll walk over there and check.
Okay, well, you see that that there's just a traditional like a high-end pair of pants, like fancy pants, and a fancy little like you would just more like a dress shirt that you would see from more of a highborn, and a cloak that is sit there amongst the pile strewn about.
I'm gonna grab all of those. I'm gonna
Okay.
them up.
Oh,
Make sure to add them to your inventory.
Well, it
Darn,
looks like
Gorgak, do you
he's-
want to try to push it just to be sure?
Looks like he's dead. Yes. Let's see.
But we could always look around the coffin and see if there's any scuff marks, like from it sliding one way or another.
That's a
Just
great
goes to
idea.
prove it.
Darna's pushing it.
18 push it.
So, we're pushing the coffin.
Yeah.
Darna is.
There's two different things that were talked about just now. One was to look to see if there's scuff marks to see if it pushes a certain way, because if you push it the wrong way, it's all in vain.
So the party, you push the coffin, and it seems to resist the force that's put on there. But with a little bit of effort, you're able to kind of slide it along the floor, revealing the outline of a coffin, like an untouched. So you see like a dusty surface, and then you see like the trail of something being moved across the surface.
Well, that looks like the only way out is the way in. Well, who wants to go first across those swinging pool of mud? It's a thin hallway.
Hey, Theo. I hear you have this flying cloak. You want to take me with you?
You don't know that.
Oh,
Hey,
didn't I see him? Did I see him the other time or no?
Oh, you were in here.
Nope.
Darna did.
Darna's the
Yeah.
only one who knows about
No,
that.
not
Yeah,
this.
Darna is the only one who's actually seen Theo do anything besides a little bit of fighting.
Oh, I thought not this previous one, but the one before that, the skill check. Did we not see
No,
him with the
I
lava?
was-
Oh no, I
I
said
was
we
with
were in the
Darna
room.
again.
You're right. Okay. All right. Then I say I've taken quite a bit of damage from these crazy hoops we've had to go through to get to this point. Is anyone able to assist me so that I do not take too much damage?
Don't you have your mind slave over there? Can't he help you?
I also
Mind slave.
don't
All right. Yeah, that's
think-
true. Good idea. Adam's gonna come with me.
Just as a thought, how did the mind slave get up this thing?
It was quite an ordeal, but the
He rolled really well.
well,
He did.
if the party remembers, he was being familiar with this cavern. He was able to easily jump to and fro the 3-foot discs
He
with
also
such
rolled
ease.
He also rolled a nat 20.
All right. My light. I'm gonna disperse my light creature.
Okay. You know what? I don't need to do that. Bye-bye.
By the way, that's what I think of every time I hear the words fancy pants.
All right. Shall we head back?
Yes, I do think that's the way to go. I'll be right behind.
So are we gonna move? Do we want to look for traps as we move? If so, I don't think Adam's the best person in the front. To be
I
honest.
don't think we have to worry about traps since we just came from this area.
Okay, that's a solid point, Alabaster.
Yes, we will see those creatures coming from a mile away. I don't think we have much to worry about.
Once we get to the 3 passageways, then we should start looking for traps.
All right,
Well, I
I'm gonna
thought
go
we were
all the
going
way to the. I'm gonna go all the way to the flying discs then.
Yeah, I thought we were going to be leaving to go back to town.
We are.
Yep, that's at least take a rest outside of this cavern. It's pretty dangerous.
So, is that what the party would like to do? Is to walk outside of the cavern?
Yeah, backtrack.
Yeah.
Or try to see if it. I mean, if it's blocked, it's blocked. But that's our plan.
Yeah. If everyone's in agreement, my plan is to go down one of the other 3 routes guarded. If the Sphinx is the place that the Sphinx was guarding in that area.
Yeah, three passageways, forks.
Are we going to town first and then that?
Ideally, yeah, maybe to spend some of the gold, but maybe not.
Nah, we don't need no stinking gold.
Who
All
wants to
right.
go first?
So we arrive at the flying discs.
And with your experience of navigating these discs on the way up, you find it to be much easier making your way back down.
Is that a free pass? Oh, great DM. Yay, it's free pass. Oh shit, I'm in the mud.
Not for Alabaster.
I can't really
Yeah,
fit
the
everybody.
mud.
There you go. Now you're all in the
I think
hallway.
he's just group moving people.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's
Okay.
exactly what I'm doing.
So we're at the turnstile.
Which is broken.
Oh,
Yeah, what the
Yeah,
fuck
no,
happened to this turnstile?
Turnstile is against the wall at the end of the hallway, right where we are.
Oh, I thought it was just broken in place.
no,
No,
the
the monster destroyed it and
Yeah.
flung it at us.
the mimic
Oh.
destroyed it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, let's back up. Sorry. What the fuck happened here?
It's,
Spring monster.
it looks like that big thing came through here. It looks like it was very angry. Alabaster.
All right, let's keep moving.
Why are you guys so far behind?
All right, so we approach the room of the fleshies.
Worry about these guys.
And they look at you, and then they kind of stare at you as you move through.
Can I attempt to interact with one?
Are the rest of the party in here?
No, I'm staying back with Adam for a sec.
So Darna, you with us?
Can I
That's how he
see?
was group moving us.
Can I see if one
It's a-
will listen to me?
Wait, no. Oh yeah, that's good. I just don't
Can I
want to
see
be.
if Fleshy XI, so Fleshy 11, will listen to me?
Describe how that encounter goes. What are you
Oh, I
gonna
look at him and I say, "Take 3 steps back."
do? And he looks at you, and then just stares you right in the eyes.
Is it? Do they seem aggressive this time?
No,
I
they,
call in through the. No, I'm calling into the group.
they seem like they are waiting.
All right, Adam, let's proceed.
By the way,
Alabaster's run
this
away.
is the image in my head of what they're doing.
See image? Oh, Discord.
Does this change
okay.
anything now that they're in the room?
Yeah. Does anything change since Adam came in the room?
No, they just continue to stare at each person individually as they walk by.
All right, let's get out of here then, friends.
I'm gonna keep walking.
Let's keep walking.
Adam,
you.
stay with us.
Do.
Oh.
Mm.
Uh oh, just something happening now.
Oh, I was back here when that happened.
He's still staying with us, correct?
Yeah, Adam's
Okay.
yeah, he's still under your control.
Is
All right, I wasn't sure if the room was they were gonna let him follow. All right, cool.
Where is Alabaster?
he's
He
running out in front because he
Oh,
wants to.
jeez.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is how you die, Alabaster. Don't run out.
I am fine.
Gorgak,
I made it
Darna, are you
past
coming?
The sludge.
Let's group up again.
Yep. So we'll group up in front of the sludge. And do we need to do
Well,
another?
you still see the little pedestals since the water has receded a bit. You still see them sticking up. Just go ahead and give me a dexterity check.
That includes you, Alabaster.
Already
Acrobatics,
over.
I should say. Acrobatics.
Fine, I'll move myself back.
15.
Okay. You safely make your way across.
13.
God damn it.
26.
Okay, so Theo, you seem to struggle, and you accidentally slip, and your boot falls into the sludge, and is starting to quickly start to dissipate and disintegrate before you.
Oh
Um,
god.
Can Adam try to use power jumps across instead of nimble?
I mean, yeah, just Adam of shit.
Wait, you guys changed his
Can
name
I-
again?
Wait, while my boot's burning off, can I swiftly try to jump to the across?
Yeah, I mean, you make your way across. It's just your boots are now melting in front of you.
Oh,
you,
okay.
you take 5 points of damage.
I would take those boots off real quick.
Yeah,
had
so
a
I
6.
removed the boots.
Okay, you are now barefoot.
All right, Creed
Been
made it across his 26.
You
And then-
barefooting.
So is Adam okay to use a strength check instead of dexterity?
If he wants to use athletics to try and make his way across, I'd be fine with that.
Okay. +4. 17.
Yep, and he nimbly just kind of power jumps his way all the way across, similar to what you saw when he went from in the room with the boiling mud. He just kind of takes a running 2-foot jump.
15.
And Darna just makes her way across with a little bit of trepidation, but makes her way across. Where's Alabaster? What are you doing over here, Alabaster?
He needs to run across still.
Oh, I rolled a 6.
Oh, you fall.
Yeah, I'm already
Oh,
barefooted.
yeah, you fall.
Yeah, you're bathing in slime.
That's fine.
I got 19.
Give me a roll again.
Yes, go ahead and roll again, and you take 5 points of damage.
And 11.
Whoever's got Adam. This is the funniest shit ever.
Wait, what got uploaded?
The gift
Oh
of Adam.
my god.
I don't ever want to see that.
That's a big man.
Feels
What do we got? What do we have, Alabaster?
11.
Okay, so you managed to make your way out of there, but the clothing on your exterior clothing is starting to no. What is it you're wearing? I get a look.
I'm wearing leather armor. Keeping it
Traditional
on.
leather armor,
I think
Traditional.
studded. I thought it was studded.
Nope,
Not
just
magic.
traditional.
Not
not magic.
Non-magic.
It's disintegrating in front of you, and you could see the acid starting to and the green slime starting to eat its way through you.
Does it ever stop?
No, not
Right now, you don't notice it stopping.
Doesn't hurt to take it off and put it back on later. Alabaster. I wouldn't.
Tell that to my shoes.
Uh,
Leaving it on.
Okay, take another 5 points of damage.
gonna
Maybe
be
you should take it
gonna,
off.
gonna be stubborn about this.
Alabaster, I believe you should take off.
Does it burn? Does that burn, Alabaster?
It burns a little. It hurts.
Yeah.
You
But
gonna
I'm
leave-
not taking it off.
What? I ask you to reconsider
No.
and take them off to see if the slime is still impacting the material.
I mean, if he wants to leave it on, let it be his funeral. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Can we go all the way to the stairwell, the bottom of it?
Are we going
Yeah,
towards the
You can
stairwell?
make
Or are we
your way-
going?
yeah. Hey, what are you doing over here?
All right. I look at the wall at my etchings from when we came down. Do I notice anything else written?
No, it seems to be the same in the same shape that when you left it.
Okay, cool. I don't think anyone's come down since us.
Well, no one who can read that gibberish. I say let's at least get to the mouth of the cave, and from there, either go back to town to get a good night's sleep, or we can camp out nearby. It is your call.
We should probably have some strong people at the front to see if we need to lift up the trap door if mud has gotten on top of it.
Yes, good idea. You don't want me to do that. I say you have your little mind slave do it.
His name is
Copy that.
Adam.
He is a mind slave.
All right, so who else is strong? Darna said he'll be right back. So Gorgak, would you like to take second point?
Sure.
All right. It's gonna be like that, and then yeah, we're gonna go up the stairs.
Okay.
Are we able to open the trap door?
Yep, the trapdoor is still open from the last time you were here.
Oh,
Alright, cool.
Perfect. Well, let's climb up to the top and see what it takes. Do we need to do anything to get to the top of the cave?
No, you still see it in the same condition, just a muddy exterior. You do see the regular patterns of the cavern, like almost breathing in nature, as it's every 30 seconds or so, it's exhaling this very warm steam.
Hmm. And since we're at the top, do we see Palmeranth anywhere?
He seems to have disappeared.
Hmm.
Although in his place, you do see a large pile of vomit.
Do we see any corpses or bones that could possibly be Palmeranth?
Give me investigation.
11. Because my rolls freaking suck today.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You do start to see some footprints leading away, but they soon fade into nothing and to obscurity as it makes its way into the forest.
Does he point those out to us?
Alabaster?
I don't see anything unusual.
Well, hopefully he went back to town. Hopefully
All
he
right,
did.
should we head back to town? And when would you plan on disguising Adam?
Right before we get into town, I have a plan.
All right, let's go.
And what time of day is it right now?
Right now, it's approximately 6 o'clock at night.
Oh, it's a little bit later than I thought. So right before we get back to town, I would like to cast invisibility on Adam.
How are we traveling?
On horseback, I believe.
This time I'm taking my armor off because it's off my body.
You're finally taking it off?
I have no choice. It fell off.
Okay.
So you see Alabaster start to shed what little remains. What it looks like, the armor. There are these large, almost scorch marks on the leather, and then you could see underneath where the armor was protecting. You're seeing these similar outlines of red all across his body.
Oof. It looks like that slime got the better of you, Alabaster.
Yes, but I'm a stubborn asshole.
Well, aren't we all? Aren't we all? So we're taking horseback back to town?
Is that the goal?
Yeah.
You're gonna head back to town.
Yep.
All right. What about Adam?
Right before we get to town, I'm going to cast invisibility on him. He's going to come with us.
Okay. Is he chasing after you?
He can ride on horseback with Creed.
Yeah.
Now I gotta look to see how much that stinking thing weighs.
Creed weighs like 10 pounds. A horse can carry the both of them. He's so small, he's like a football.
It is a medium. It doesn't have a weight on here. Yeah, he's just really ugly. The horse is not a fan of having in there, and you see him kind of skitter as he gets on there with Creed. Okay.
Can I whisper to the horse and say you're next?
What?
Do you have animal handling?
No, but I can just
Oh.
talk to it.
It whinnies at you.
Hey.
Good roach.
Okay. So the party makes it back to the entrance of the town, and you say you want to cast invisibility on him.
Yep. So it lasts for a whole hour. So, Creed.
So real quick, is there another map that I have to switch to, or
Nope.
Okay.
Before we get to town, you have 1 hour to hide this monstrosity. It is your responsibility. You get one of these tonight.
Of what?
And as he says that, I put
I'm
my
back.
hand on Adam, and he turns invisible.
Adam, are you still there?
Mm,
All right, just had to be sure that you didn't pull any wizard trickery on me.
yeah. So you can't see him, but what you can see, but you can see or hear him kind of grunting, and you can certainly smell him.
All right, is there a stable nearby where horses are kept?
There is a stable where you see people selling horses, and they will take them for the day.
Since it's nighttime, are there still people there? Or it's getting dark?
There is one lonely stable boy out front, just wrapping up for the night.
Can I go up to him and tell him that I'd like to drop off my horse for the day while keeping Adam right behind it, and tell him that my horse ate some bad apples and it's been shitting all kinds of nasty shit. And I'd like to do a persuasion to try to convince him that that all makes sense.
So you don't announce you're going to do a persuasion. I'll just ask you if I think that there's a persuasion in order.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay.
No, you're fine. You're fine. We'll get it down. This is your first interaction in town. So,
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So you approach the stable boy, and he looks at you and he goes, "Yes, can I help you?"
And I say I'd like to check my horse for the night. He ate all kinds of bad apples and stuff, so he smells of death at the moment. I
Okay.
hope that won't be a problem.
Well, I can make arrangements, but I'm going to have to charge you for the maintenance of the sick horse. Well, we can certainly take care of him. We see sick horses all the time.
No maintenance is needed. He just needs to stay here.
Well, didn't you just say that he has some bowel trouble?
Bowel trouble will pass. It's just a day. It's just for the day.
Give me a persuasion check.
28, nat 20.
Well, I will take that into consideration. If anything happens over the night, I will have to charge you in the morning. But for right now, it'll just cost you 1 silver to keep him for the night.
And I'm gonna have Adam whisper to Adam to have him follow, and stay right behind the horse.
So that, because that's pretty much like right in front of everybody. Now I gotta pull up the stat for having them there.
You whispered in front of everybody to have him follow.
Oh, I thought he can kind of. I don't have to talk very loud at all for him to hear me.
No, but
I
you
don't
did
think
it
you
in
need
front
to
of the.
talk.
You did it in front of the stable
Stable
boy.
boy.
You're just like, don't just follow behind the horse.
All right, let me see. So you gotta. Okay. The stable boy looks at you and goes, "Excuse me. Who are you talking to?"
I'm talking to you.
Oh. Well, I was a little confused. I thought you were talking to the horse. Okay. Well, yeah, we can take him for the night.
All right. Thank you. And I turn back to the party. We should be fine for the night.
Make sure to take that silver off your.
Mr. Stable Boy, can I ask a favor for you?
For me?
From you.
Oh. What is it I can do?
Do you have any private quarters for this horse? This horse is very important to us.
I mean, it's a pen like any other pen.
I just want to make sure he doesn't intermingle with other horses, because sometimes he gets a little spooked in the middle of the night. If he had somewhere a little bit private where no one really can see him very well, I'll pay you extra.
Well, I do have a section here where I can put him where he's not going to be around other horses, but it'll still be in the same barn as the rest of them.
Well, that's enough. If you can promise me that, I'll flick him an extra silver right now. And I'll say there'll be another extra silver for you in the morning if this horse isn't spooked.
Well, thank you. I will certainly take care of him. I appreciate that, sir.
Yes, yes, much appreciated, much appreciated. This horse is special.
Yeah, he must be. As for what you're giving out just for him to stay the night, hey, that's no sweat off my back. All right. Well, thank you. I will go and take care of him now.
Excellent, excellent.
And he grabs the horse's reins, and you see his nose start to twist up a little bit, and then he'll look behind him, and then continue to look, and then just take the horse in there and just shake his head.
What's the conversion of silver to gold?
10
10.
to 1.
Okay, thank you.
Well, it looks like
Let's
this
let's
may
go
work.
shopping.
Yes, let's go shopping.
I'm
So-
interested in going to the armory where you guys spotted this precious dagger.
Yes, yes, yes. I believe it was the blacksmith, if I remember correctly. Or maybe the local trader in town. It was one of the two of them. But we can go to both. I think it's well worth of our time. But before we go, are you sure Adam is gonna be hidden pretty well? 'Cause that stable boy, he might keep his eye on that horse.
I think it's our best bet. It smells like shit over there, and he smells like shit.
If he's just standing in the stable room, someone's going to see him. If you tell him to hide, maybe we would be better off.
All right, then I'm gonna use.
And then we can go look for the weapons.
I'm going to use psionic whispers to talk to him telepathically and tell him to hide in the stable in which he is currently in. So hide in the room you are in.
Okay.
Oh,
And in hold on, I need to see where psionic whispers is at. Is that on your character?
Yeah.
It's not showing up on here.
it might be a feat, not a spell.
It should show up as something in D&D Beyond, but
Yeah, it says it's an action to do. Let me find it.
I'm gonna look it up on your sheet right now. There you are. Ah,
If I use that incorrectly.
okay. So he can speak telepathically with you for 1 hour, and must be within 1 mile of you. Okay.
I'll just tell him grunt if you hear, or if you're in
And
danger.
well, he can talk to you, and he just grunts at you.
All right, we should be good to go, friends, comrades.
Well, let's go to the town. I would like to see if that dagger is still around.
And I need to get close, because I am butt-ass naked.
We told you to take off that armor, Alabaster.
I'd still be butt-ass naked.
Well,
You should have clothes outside of just the armor.
Yeah, his leather armor is on, but he still has pants which are somewhat eaten through with the green slime.
I figured I had no clothing on, actually.
Yeah.
To be honest.
You have very holy pants. It's like one of those things where you have the equivalent of assless chaps.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you think you're fine because you have some holes in the front, but on the rear end you're pretty much you're revealing everybody the inner workings of Alabaster.
Say hello to my hiney.
Mm-hmm.
well, let us go. So, who will follow me to the blacksmith? I seem to remember where he was.
I
Where's
will.
Pomeranth when we need him?
Yes, yes, Palmeranth was a good guide. Maybe we'll find him in town. But for now, let's head on over to the blacksmith.
Do you need to do any type of fancy things to find the dagger? Grobel?
No, I'm gonna cast detect magic before on our way there. Can I do it while on a horse? Is that
Now,
enough?
by the time you guys made it back to town, it is going into the wee hours of the night. So we're talking around like 10, 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe we should go to the inn and check it out in the morning. It is getting late. Unless you wanted to try and steal it, but I don't think money's a problem for you right now. I wouldn't want to piss off the locals yet.
Is everyone okay with a quick night sleep and then get rolling right away?
Define quick. Is this a long rest or a short rest?
I think it would be a long rest.
Okay.
If we
I'm
can,
fine with that.
if we can get to the end soon enough, it will be a nice long rest. So I guess we shall head to the tavern, because the tavern has the bar and the inn. And if none are opposed, we'll head to the tavern.
I agree. I turn to Alabaster and I say, if you have no intention of returning the weapon on this trip, make sure to keep it hidden.
I have no intention of returning the weapon right now. Until we get
Well-
all three, that's when I intend to return.
Well,
Said
the
weapon.
dude we turning the weapons to is in a different town.
Mm-hmm.
He is in a different town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but I
don't know what weapon I have though.
No, but if it's a well-known weapon that people come to see, and that's why our guy wants to have it to display it, I don't want anyone to see it and start spreading the word that we're traveling with this weapon in our back in town.
Yes, yes. Well, I'd be up for an ale before we go to bed, just to make sure there's no people of interest around. Maybe just one. Maybe
Just
two.
gonna go to bed.
And then,
Yeah, crazy.
I took a lot of damage, and the acid is really hurt me pretty good.
well, if you don't want to hear tales, I have quite a few stories, Alabaster, and you love to ask all about them when we're getting attacked. Now that we have time for some ale, you want to run away.
I will pass on that.
I'll
Well.
join you for an ale.
Ah, excellent, excellent. I could use a companion sometimes. It's been a long time.
Is anyone else going to join us for some beverages?
I will partake in some beverages.
It's just one, Alabaster. You don't want to be the only one. Gotta celebrate getting that there weapon. One's not gonna kill you.
I just glare at Grovile for mentioning the weapon.
I didn't say what it was. God, and I roll my eyes.
Nah,
order-
I'm just gonna go to bed.
Okay.
I order around.
So, we'll have a round.
So, Alabaster, are you heading upstairs?
Yep, I'm heading upstairs. Do I need to pay gold or something?
Well, so the innkeeper stops you and he's like, what are you planning on doing? I haven't seen you around. Oh, you were here. I remember you. It's not often we get return visits from people that explore White Plume Mountain. It's good to see you again. How is everything?
It went well. It went very well.
Really? Well, I'm glad to see you alive. That's more than I can say for most of the other adventurers who come through here. So what can I do for you?
I just need a room to sleep for the night.
And he looks you
That is
over.
okay.
He's like,
I had a
You-
bad day with slime.
I can tell. Why don't you go and you can have I'll get the bath ready, and this will be on us. And because Because I've known you and you were such good patrons before, I will have our local tailor come and mend you some clothes.
Thank you. That would be great. And I tip him 5 gold.
5
Thank
gold?
you.
Whoa.
This is well. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Let me. Your room will be the last one on the right.
Thank you. And I just go to the room,
Okay.
or well, take a bath and then go to the room. However it works out.
So what happens is that when you go into the room, you'll start to a maid will come up and knock on the door, and do you let her in?
Okay.
Do you let her in?
Yeah, I let her in.
Oh, okay. She comes up there and she starts like just filling up the bathtub there with hot water, just steaming hot water. And after about 20 minutes or so of back and forth, she's filled up the bathtub, and it has a nice lavender scent to it.
Ooh, lavender.
Can mud
And
people take
I
baths?
thank her.
And she
What?
bows at you.
Do mud people take bath?
She takes a mud bath. Okay. And while that's going on, what is the rest of the party doing? Grovile, what are you doing? What's going on with the land of Grovile?
Well, I'm gonna be downstairs having an ale. I heard that Darna was buying around.
Or herself.
Oh. Oh, I thought you were gonna. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I got that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the tavern over comes over there and takes your order from Darnum. Can I get anybody else anything?
I'll take 1 ale, please.
Of course, of course.
One for me as well.
No problem, no problem.
I'll take 2 ales.
And like I told your compatriot, it is not often I see people return back from White Plume Mountain without a pale look on their face. So it seems that your endeavors have gone very well.
Yeah, it could have gone better. We came out alive though, so maybe next time we go up there, maybe we'll find something. But this
Next time, you plan to go back?
well, we didn't get what we were searching for. There's something there. We don't. We did not find it. So maybe next time.
Well, as long as you're alive, because I hear that Caraptus is quite the crafty one.
Who's
Well,
Caraptus?
That's the owner of the weapons we're going after.
I was asking.
Cool. So the rumor has it that Caraptus has been. It's obvious your companions haven't told you yet, but Caraptus has been lingering around, and his name continues to pop up here and there from time to time, and he seems to have like at one time maybe found his home here, or maybe he still resides there. But he ever since his name started coming to the lips of my patrons, bad things were coming from that mountain. Demons and all sorts roaming around outside that mountain. So just be on guard.
I turned to Thiel. Did Caraptus send you two?
He may have.
Wait,
What does that mean?
the person who we're stealing weapons from is the one you're working for? That's a bit of a conflict of interest, Thiel. Out of character. Is that actually who sent him?
Yeah, that's the confusion I have. Is it the same person?
Wait, is
Okay.
Caraptus a proprietor? I thought.
Caraptus
No.
is not the proprietor, no.
So I know it's been a while. So the proprietor has stated that 3 weapons were taken from his armory and has sent you out to go find them. And has stated that there was a note left by and I guess not everybody was here, so not everybody knows this. There was a note left by the proprietor, or that was left to the proprietor in place of his armory, according to him. And then I will put that back into chat. And where are we at? Chat. There we go.
Yeah, and I don't
Okay,
think...
so that is there, and you see that at the base it says there.
Okay, got it. So I turned to
Okay.
Theo.
Oh yeah.
Were you sent by the proprietor or someone else?
Now Thiel knows that that the person who sent him out here was the person who has given him some of his powers. You guys don't know this, but Thiel is aware of the person who has sent him on this endeavor.
And this wasn't Caraptus, right?
This was not Caraptus.
Okay.
So were you sent by the
But yeah, we
proprietor?
haven't. Thiel and I haven't really talked about who this particular dragon has really been. So that would be probably a discussion for after the session.
Okay, then I'll cease my line of inquiries.
Well, I mean, it's fine. It can be.
You can keep going now. I was just a little confused with that.
Oh, okay. I was just curious, like, why are you looking for these weapons if you're not coming from the proprietor?
There is another person that has asked me to look for these weapons to keep them out of the hands of dangerous people.
But how does he know that they were missing?
And do you consider us dangerous people?
I don't consider you dangerous people. Not from what I've seen so far.
You've
And in
just seen
terms
us
of how
murder things.
And in terms of how he knows about the weapons, it's not something I would necessarily need to know because he told me about these weapons. He has just given me this job to return them in order to keep them out of the hands of a dangerous person.
Do you think the dangerous person is our proprietor? To everyone, not just to Thiel.
It's hard to say. He is willing to pay quite a bit of money for these items, and maybe it's none of our business what he plans to use them for if he's got the funds to pay for what these weapons can do. Maybe
Lots to think about.
Indeed.
I chug a whole ale.
Well, I think it's time for bed. It's been a long day. And
No stories of your
By the way,
past
I
for
got
tonight.
a 18 on a Constitution check against getting drunk.
Did you only have one ale?
Was this me?
I was gonna wait until to see how long you guys were down here before anyone rolled any Constitution checks.
Well, if Creed, you want a story of my past, I have a story or two if you've got time.
Darna does speak up and is like, yeah, I don't trust the proprietor for shit. He runs an arena.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I have seen some scary stuff. Yeah, it's something to think about. We have time before we do something with these weapons. Maybe it is best to keep them in our hands. I don't know.
Can I look around and see if anyone's listening, like eavesdropping?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Perception. 19.
You notice the bard who was singing before you came in here notices who you are and then is openly staring at you with his mouth agape.
Maybe we shouldn't speak about this in public places. But
Shall we all adjourn then?
well, if you want a story,
Well,
I've
I
got
would like to hear some stories.
I got one story for you if you want.
Yeah.
The story of how I became a wizard. I remember it like it was yesterday. I don't know if you know much about the lizard folk kind, but we usually tend to stick to ourselves. In fact, usually we stay in a tribe. As you notice, there's no one around me. Back when I was a young lad, I was a soldier in the army, actually. Prior to becoming even a wizard, we were in a great war versus a bunch of wizards. They had the ability to control my kind and have us fight each other, sometimes even killing us. But, alas, one day, when we were fighting, I noticed one of these wizards drop a book. And me being the curious one, I decided to pick it up. Little did I know, when I would go home that night, I would get this feeling that I needed to go through it and just to understand what's going on. And over the next few weeks, every night, I would read through this book over and over again, because I thought possibly I could help my people if I could just understand what was inside of this book. And I had talked to the elders of my tribe, and they had warned me, because I thought I had finally grasped what was inside of this book. I thought I could finally wield the power for myself to help my people win the war. And my tribe leaders, they did not agree. They said, there is no way for us to understand what is in there. You should just ignore it. It is not the way. We will win this the way our ancestors have won many wars. But deep inside, it was nagging at me that they were wrong. That I alone could turn the tide of battle with the knowledge inside of this book. Then came a day where we were under a great siege. My group, we were surrounded by a bunch of wizards and mind-controlled monsters. And I, as a last-ditch effort, went into a rage, and I just started casting spell after spell, and freaking dispelled everything around me. And I was running out in front, casting fireballs and shocking grasp, and I just ran through all the enemies in front of me. But when I was done, when I realized there was nothing in front of me, I turned around with a smile on my face because we had won. But my tribe mates, they were pointing their swords at me. They saw me no different than the wizards that we were fighting. I was put on trial, and I was found guilty of being a wizard. Instead of executing me, because I did save those people, they banished me. And for a long time, I roamed the earth by myself. But we can get into some more stories about those times. But I think with that, I'm probably ready for bed, unless you have questions.
What's with all the flesh cutting?
Oh, that. There was a friend of mine after my stint of loneliness. I had gathered up with a group of people, and he liked to collect things as good luck charms. And the way I understood it is, creatures of importance to you, you kept them close as a reminder of battles that you have fought. So little trinkets, if you may, to give you good luck in future fights. I'd like to think that I do it in his memory. His name was Zoramir. He was quite like you, actually. He was a rogue. But those days have passed, and I fear that it's been many, many years since I've last seen him. But if I can get back there, maybe he's still alive. I feel like it's been hundreds of years. I just don't know. What brings you out here anyway? I would like to hear why you are you. I don't want to be the only one to spill my guts. Dear Creed.
Taking another sip of my ale. My life is full of pain. I lost my parents young, and I joined a pirates brigade. Everyone fends for themselves. You steal what you need to survive. And while there is some honor among thieves, there are many who will stab you in the back with no warning. And that's all I say.
Well, I hope you're not one of those, 'cause I would like to trust you. I really would. But trust is earned, not given.
Cheers.
Cheers. Tonight, I could consider you all friends. Does anyone else have any tales to tell? Gorgak or Thiel, Darna.
I appreciate hearing about your background. And I take a sip of my small sip of my second ale and say, soon I will tell you from where I come, but just know it's very important to me that you consider us all friends.
Well, if you don't do anything to break that trust, it will build over time.
I say including Adam. I'd laugh a little bit.
And I stare at Creed, trying to make sure he knows not to mention that name in case people are listening.
Yeah, if you talk about him, he might show up.
Because he could still hear you.
That's true.
I'm not telling him to do anything. I just said including Adam. You said we're all
Adam
friends.
busts through the door like the Kool-Aid man.
Does anyone else wish to share anything?
Is Darna with us right now?
Oh yeah. Darna's drinking her second ale.
Now give me a Constitution check.
Wait, but she's a big woman, right?
Why do we need Constitution checks drinking 2 ales? That's not that much. Just throwing it out there.
Handle her beer.
So,
My wife needs a constitution check after one beer. Let's be honest.
22.
Okay. You drink the beer down, or the ale down with ease.
Darna, Gorgak, you got anything to tell? Night is still young. It's quite alright if you have no stories. By the time we're done, we'll have a story that you can tell. I can assure you of that.
Darna looks up and is like, no, I was born and raised in the arenas. Fighting's all I really know.
A fighter. I like it. that can help us on our journey. Gorgak, that leaves you.
There's nothing I'm gonna share right now.
Well, with time you'll warm up to us.
I do
Um,
have one question for Grovile,
yes, Steel, yes.
just in case I missed it from your story. Do you, even with all of the pain you went through with your
Mm,
original group, do you feel any allegiance to them, or maybe not allegiance, but any, do you have any reason, is your reason for coming here involved with helping them out, even though
uh,
they've wronged you?
they did not wrong me. They watched. They 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 were not able to help me. We got separated through some unfortunate circumstances. My goal is with my share of the dough, maybe to ship out there and help them if I can. That it is not an allegiance per se. If these weapons needed to be kept safe, I wouldn't give them to them if that's what you're asking. But my goal is to try and help them. They were the only friends I had for quite a while. But I do not plan on taking these weapons to them. I will use the gold to get out there to help. Hire a crew, because it is a long, long ways away from here. Any other questions? I mean, if not, I'm ready for bed.
You'll hear a voice pipe in, like behind you, and then the bard will be like, uh, excuse me, I have a question. You have been here before, and I remember you. Can where have you been?
Me?
He's looking at the party, but specifically you who have been talking for majority.
We were here yesterday, if you don't remember.
I do. I do.
Unless
Where where have you been?
we
If I remember, you were on your way to the mountain.
we went in there seeking treasure and did not.
You went to the mountain and you came back? Oh, do tell. Excuse me. Get another round for these fine gentlemen.
I mean, if he's buying.
And
I
then
offer
you
I offer mine to Darna.
you'll see the innkeeper come around with or not the innkeeper, but more like a waitress, like some more with his staff, come and provide and with a tray of ale, one for each of you. And then the bard comes over there and drops some um, monetary things that you can't really decipher on her tray.
Hmm. Well, if you're buying, I can give you some stories. What is it that you'd like to know?
So, tell me what is it? Were you able to go inside the mountain?
We didn't make it very far in, but it was ominous, to say the least. It
I'm going to insight check this guy because, you know, I understand he's a bard and whatnot, but is he genuinely curious or does he seem to maybe have underlying motives?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
7. I know shit.
So you can tell that he just seems like a generally curious bard.
well, yeah, we didn't
I would love to add a ballad to, or an additional ballad to, well, not an additional ballad, but additional verse or two to my ballad of Caraptus. You've heard it, correct?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Although our boy Creed, and I put my arm around him, and our boy Theo, and I'll point to him, did not hear it. So,
Oh,
if
I-
you'd like to sing it one more time,
oh, but I would.
I firmly stand like with a very, very intimidating posture and say,
1,300 years ago, the wizard
and I
looked
say, you
for an
can,
abode.
and I say,
Go ahead, Neil.
I say, I'm okay. I don't think there's any need for you to sing the song.
But wait. Searched he high and searched he low. He found a mountain with no snow. Demons and devils will run hither. People look, no one will dither. Then he smiled and then he tittered. In the mountain did he thus skitter. Into the tubes of lava he went to plot and to scheme to his content. Beware to those who tarry too close, for they will sing in their death throes. My, that Caraptus guy, lulled by envy, treasures plenty, you will surely die. The wizard ploys, and you will soon decry, but you will have to serve as his ally. Yes, you will have to serve as his ally. Now, please tell me more. I must add more to this.
Oh, well, you did so well with that. Oh.
Fiddle, I applaud your skill, but I want to punch the bard.
If you
Yeah,
It goes a lot better when I actually hear the tune beforehand, and I had to go off of memory, and it was bad. So,
No, actually, you were fine. It's just I want to punch the bard.
I lean in towards Grovile and say, "Shall we tell him the tale of Sir Adam the Brave?"
Darner glares at you.
It was a whisper to Grovile.
Fine. You can tell the story of Sir Adam the Brave.
So, I have another tale for you, Mr. Bard. Our dear friend Adam is a brute of a man.
Really? Did you find him? Was he an adventurer that you met along the way? Where is this Adam? Are you
Yeah.
Adam? And he looks to Thiel.
Adam is what he is. He goes lunging into darkness and slams creatures of the night. He grabs onto tentacles and spins them about. He is a knockout machine, and that's all I say.
Oh, he's quite the powerful fighter, I see. He must be on par with you. Do you practice together? And he'll look at Gorgak.
Gorgak.
Oh, so he's the quiet sort. Well, I'd love to hear more about this, Adam. I'm going to have to. And he starts to, he goes over back to his supplies, his backpack, and he grabs his some parchment and a writing implement, and he starts to jot down this Adam of the Adam the fighter.
When we return, I look forward to hearing your song, your lyric on Adam.
Oh, give me some time. We will certainly. I will definitely give you that. But make sure to come back. It's not often I see people come back.
Well, I think with that, we should go to bed. Do all of you agree? We can get a room and spend the night.
Okay, well, you guys are deciding that. Alabaster. Wake
Why,
up.
yes.
You've finished up with your bathing, and then you start to notice Whelm seems to be trying to get your attention.
Oh, is it? And I go over to Whelm.
I don't know what you've been told before, but my owner was a particular, how do you say, vampire, and I've been with this chap for quite some time. So
Down the third
you
ale.
you keep this is to Alabaster. Um, the but you keep mentioning this proprietor, and I'm not sure of who you speak of. Who is this proprietor?
He sent us on the journey to gather the 3 weapons that were stolen from him. So he said. And we were in an arena fighting.
Well,
You seem to say otherwise.
that's that's very interesting. But my previous owner before that was a dwarf, and he was the one who forged me.
That is very interesting because the proprietor is not a dwarf.
I'm very curious about this. Who you plan to deliver me to? I just be cautious.
I will. I will also let the group know as well to give them insight.
Be very careful. I'm sorry. I don't mean to brag, but I have slayed many a foe, even some who at one time I would not have considered a foe, but I was twisted beyond, and to my own shame, beyond what I was made for. That vampire. I hope I never see him, or I might. And he starts to go silent.
I was gonna ask, did that vampire steal you?
He did. He killed my master. And then he used me to kill his brethren. It's terrible. Terrible.
Sorry to hear that.
Hmm.
But you will get your revenge.
If I could I would be happy just finding somebody worthy to wield me. Then I could die a happy hammer.
That is fair.
Okay. And the rest of the party, have you guys decided what you wanted to do?
At this point, pay for a room and take a long rest.
Okay. You speak with the innkeeper and give the appropriate amount for everyone. Take off 5 silver for a room.
Okay. And for 1 ale, is that also 5 silver?
So you had it would be 1 silver an ale. Okay, if you had, so take off whatever, and just keep in mind that 1 was provided to you by the bard.
Yep.
19 on my next Constitution check for the third ale.
Okay.
This rate, you can just keep on drinking all night long.
Well, this old wizard needs to get some shut-eye. If you're all okay with it, I need to rest.
Meet up
And-
at dawn's first light.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Biddle, make sure you keep an eye on your WhatsApp.
So are we taking a short rest or a long rest?
But you half health, it might not.
It's I mean, this is equivalent to a long rest.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone seems to go to rest easy for the evening.
Ah, yes.
And so, why don't you, Grovile,
Yes.
you are doing something a little out of the ordinary.
Me?
And I need to see, yes, I'm trying to find whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Which?
What is this?
Oh,
Uh,
it's just something before the long rest. If it made a difference.
yeah.
If nothing happened during the night, then it doesn't.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can. So, so Grovile, what happens with you is that when people, so the maid or the one of the servants comes to your door to bring hot water and hits an invisible wall, and gets the message, and then just turns around and then takes the hot water somewhere else.
Excellent. So, is it morning now? Can we take a long rest?
Yeah, go ahead and put yourself in for a long rest, everybody.
I already did that. I was already
Mm.
asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And is it morning now?
It is morning.
Are we all downstairs?
Go ahead, and so you head downstairs, being the first one down, and you see, well, what you think is the first one down, but then you see Creed, who seems very well rested and has been waiting for you what seems to be some time now.
You also see Darna asleep on a table with like 10 jugs of ale next to her.
Okay, now you can give me a Constitution check.
Oh. He's trying to push it.
Yeah.
More for him. Hope you roll a 1. It's gonna be like a goddamn 25 or something.
17.
Okay. So you seem a little haggard, but once the party walks down with Creed just sitting there, just kind of ignoring Darna, who's passed out on a table, and then Grovile, you come down, and you see Creed in one table, just kind of tapping his foot, and Darna passed out on a table.
Do I see Thiel?
Thiel?
Yes.
Thiel, are you down there?
Yes, I'm down there.
Oh, well, look at that. Now, who else is down there? Is everybody down there?
I make my way down there.
Okay, so
I'm also
everyone's
there.
down there in there. All right, so the
Makes
party
me
sees
square.
Darna passed out on a table.
He's been this
To
way for
Grovale,
hours.
rough night.
Thiel, I've been waiting for you. I have something for you. In that cave, we had found some things, and maybe some of these things might just be useful to you. And I will hand him 2 scrolls. One of Dispel Magic, and one of Magic Mouth.
I turned to. Oh, he did this in front of everyone.
Was this
Yeah.
to me too? Did you
Yep.
say to Theo?
Yep,
Yeah,
I said it to
Yep.
Thiel. Everyone's there.
Okay.
Yep. Theo, make sure to add that onto your inventory.
Okay, what were they?
Spell scroll of Dispel Magic, and then spell scroll of Magic Mouth.
I asked Grovile, is there a benefit to someone of magic background having these scrolls?
It's better for those who have been trained in the arcane arts to have these spell scrolls. They could get some use out of them.
I
Typically.
I look at him, look in both of his eyes, shifting back and forth, thinking to and I say, now that I trust you, I have something for you. And I walk up to him and I slip a scroll into his pocket.
Yes.
I'll,
yes.
There you go. My headset cut out for a moment. What happened? I heard you slipped somebody something. Was this dirty?
No, I stared down Grovile to see if I still trust him from the night before, and determined that I do. And I walked up to him and slipped a scroll that I have into his pocket.
Oh. You could cast these too, but typically you want someone who's been trained to use them. But if you want, and I'll pull something out of my pocket. This potion here would be more useful to you. I feel like a trade is in order. And I'll give him the potion of mind reading. That way, you can trust me and know that I am not trying to deceive you.
Quick, use this potion and look at me. No.
Chris, I sent Grovile what it was since I handed it to him.
Okay, this was the one you acquired in the room?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
I didn't trust him before, but I trust him now.
Yep.
Should
Just
these
make sure you
scrolls
guys
be
write it
showing
down
up?
in your inventories.
I'm adding it to the spreadsheet that I'm keeping on Google Docs. I added it.
All
right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Shall we get to?
I say let's go look at the blacksmith and the trader to see what they have to offer.
Hey, real quick, should these scrolls be showing up in the ad inventory, or is it just like a manual ad?
It's kind of a semi-manual ad, unfortunately.
Yeah, you add a spell scroll, and then you just type in there in the description what the spell
spell
scroll is.
Yep,
It doesn't matter what level.
It does. It's for both of those, it's the lowest level.
Yep.
Okay.
One's a level 3 spell scroll, and one's a level 2 spell scroll, technically.
Okay, so I see 0 cantrip, first level, second level, third level.
Yep.
Just do the first level.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because there's only one level you can cast both those at.
Yep.
But what about Creed's mind slave? Is he okay?
If he hasn't been
Should we-
discovered by now, it's best.
That is true. We don't hear screaming in terror outside.
Wait,
Shall we?
do we hear?
Oh yeah. Do we hear any screaming? That's a good question.
You don't hear anything outside.
All right.
Should
Well,
we?
then.
Should we run by and cast invisibility again, Grovile, before we? Or should we just chance it?
I think we should.
He is
check.
hiding.
If he hasn't been found by now, us going in there and investigating and leaving will alert them to something being up. I think once we grab your horse, we should grab him. I think we should walk around town.
All right.
Okay, well, I
Whatever.
think this is a good time to go
Sure.
to the blacksmith and get some armor.
I throw an ice cube from an empty beer glass at Darna. Like,
Make a ranged attack.
wait, what? Ice cube?
You need to make sure you hit her.
With all the force in the world. he
No,
will.
so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a Darna, give me a I guess I don't know if it'd be perception really. It's more like an unconscious check. What would this be?
Passive perception.
Survival.
Interesting.
That's what I'm
Survival.
Go ahead, just give me a perception check there, Darna.
That doesn't work. I got something else
6.
planned.
6. The ice cube does not seem to pass her. To rouse her.
I walk over to Darna. Is there any full beers there?
They seem to be in you see a couple partials that are like maybe around, I'm gonna say just a few of the dregs at the bottom, but that's about it.
I take some of those partials and scoop them all up.
Okay.
And I pour it on Darna's head.
Okay. Darna, you have been dreaming soundly, and now have been rudely awakened by warm beer.
Good morning, sunshine.
I reach out and grab the neck of the person who did it.
Alabaster, go ahead and make a strength check.
Do I have time to dodge?
Maybe. It's your dexterity versus my strength.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Roll a
roll a dex with your modifier and
Charity. Boop. What happened to it? Did it roll? There it is. 17.
18.
okay. Darna, you firmly grasp the nimble alabaster within your you firmly grasp him and pull him towards you.
I walk up to Darna and say, "Wakey, wakey, beefcakey, but it's not worth holding on to his neck. You should let him go."
I say you should listen to Phil on this one.
Well,
He tried to wake you.
I don't think you have air right now.
You're like,
But I put my hand on Darna's shoulder and say, "Seriously, it's not worth it. You should let Alabaster go."
Huh? She's like half awake. The grab was more like reflex. It's like, huh? And so she'll gently toss Alabaster at Theo.
Gently toss. Should we take dex rolls for this? You seen what you did to that door.
You see Alabaster just kind of like get thrown back towards Theo, and you stumble around a bit as she tries to make her way off of the table without spilling any of the empty mugs.
Glad to see you're up now.
Let's spend some gold.
Too.
yes. Darna, if you're awake enough, we got a long way ahead of us.
She stretches.
All right, jump. And I'll walk out the door.
I follow right behind.
Yes, I
Next.
follow as well.
Darna grabs her weapons and follows.
Okay. The party heads out the door. The innkeeper just kind of breathes a sigh of relief, a little nervous about trying to wake up this beefy orc that's passed out on a table. So.
And before we get to the blacksmith, I'd like to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay. What's the cast time on that?
It's 10 minutes.
Okay, so you promptly walk outside of the tavern and then sit down on the ground and start drawing runes on the ground.
Yep.
Thought
For
we were in
10
a hurry, Grovile. Jesus.
This takes a second. It's
Second is
useful.
10 minutes.
No. Time is relative.
All right.
Oh,
This will be worth it though. Let's see if we can find anything nice.
as long as I can get some nice studded armor. I had that armor lined up. I'd like to get.
Do we see the blacksmith, or is it a ways away?
It's in range. You have a general idea of where Paul Moranth took you before.
I wasn't there last time.
Oh,
wasn't.
okay. All right, so you have no idea what the
Okay.
armor looks like.
Are
Okay.
we? I say to Creed quietly. Are we checking on Adam before we partake in some shopping?
It is what it is. We don't want to draw more attention than potentially is already there. We will see what awaits us on our way out of town.
Okay.
I agree, but not really a good option here.
If he's hidden, he's hidden. If he's found, he's found. There's not much we can do either way. If we hear him or hear commotion, we can sprint over there and address it. We aren't that far away.
All right.
And is my detect magic active?
So after a few minutes, the party stares at you, tapping their foot impatiently as you draw runes on the ground, and you start to see a blue glow coming on various implements of your party.
Excellent. Then let us proceed.
Are we all going in together?
Yep. So who's leading the way?
Not
Grovile.
Darna.
Yeah.
Right, Grovile, you're in the front still.
Yeah, I can be in front.
Yeah,
I
I want
can
to
be
I want to
behind.
be. Yeah, I want to be
Okay.
like right next. I'll go next to him. Whoops.
I'm
We don't
like
have to go
third
in
or
single
fourth.
filely. Just saying.
We do
Probably
or
a
we do
double
not?
door. Assuming it's a double door, right?
Do we see
Oh,
any hinges
yeah.
on the door?
Well, even if it's a double door,
Which way are the hinges pointing?
Do we have to break this door down?
So you see that the armor or the blacksmith has has just opened up for the day, and you see him just getting everything situated outside as he walks back in.
Excellent.
Is there a rain barrel nearby?
Yeah, you see rain barrels outside of the some of the houses. Right outside the inn, there was another rain barrel.
I go, lift one up, and pour it on myself.
Make a strength check.
Okay, so the party sees Darna come over there and just dunk her head inside of this rain barrel.
I make a comment. I don't feel bad now.
Well, let us walk into the blacksmith, see what they have.
I'm glad that my antics are amusing people.
Well, now it's good to see you again. What can I help you with?
Well, let's see. Do you have any items here for sale?
I do. Not much of my inventory moves as quickly as you may be accustomed to. I still do have the dagger you were looking at before.
Oh, that's still here. That's still here. I know a man who's interested in that. And I'll put my arm around Creed. I'll be like, right here. See this? This is what I was talking about.
So we have you. So you see this this dagger here, with it seems to have a nice inlay on the flattened portion of the blade, but seems to be almost like these tubes that come from the hilt. At the base of the hilt, you see a liquid of some sort, and the end of it seems to be hooked from the so it fits the description that Grovile gave you from before. Matt, you're driving me crazy.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll figure that out in a bit.
Yep.
Okay. So what is the party doing? So I still have this dagger, and I still have this this peculiar looking mace, which you so eloquently called it. I like to call it the meteor of twin disciplines, but you can call it whatever you'd like. It's you see the twin morning stars there, and then you see the studded leather armor, and other standard equipment that you would see in
I
an
would
armorsmith.
be interested in the studded leather armor, please.
The studded leather armor. So I noticed you had your eyes on that before, but can I point you over here to this breastplate?
Okay, let's see this breastplate.
Is it glowing?
Breastplate is the bomb.
So you see, you notice this this rather worn piece of leather that seems a lot sturdier than you're used to, but it still gives you it seems like it would give you the flexibility that you're accustomed to.
This looks really intriguing. I think I could use this.
Yes, I could part with that for it's a little bit more than your studded leather, but for 500 gold, I would part with this.
Would you be able to do 450?
I mean, I've got 5 kids to feed.
Persuasion
475.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
You want persuasion, don't you? I'm gonna roll
I
shitty.
got
Oh,
5
look,
kids
nat
to
one.
feed.
Oh,
2.
God.
Okay. 500 gold is my final offer.
Since today's not starting off very well, I'll give you 500 gold.
Is there anything else glowing in this room?
Does he have any legs, armor, or anything like that?
Any leg armor? You see your you see like some clothes, but nothing out of the ordinary. Unless you want to start getting into more of the plate, you do see some of the like full body plate armor that's around.
Okay, I can't use that. All right.
Are there any shoes I can buy?
There are plenty of shoes. There are nice leather shoes that you could purchase.
I'd like to buy a pair of leather shoes.
Ah, I see. I was wondering why you were walking into me shop with barefoot. Yes. Oh, and you young man, please go take these clothes. Oh, and by the way, the innkeeper did provide you with the clothes. They were sitting at the base of your bed when you woke up in the morning, Alabaster.
Okay.
So you can retcon that because I forgot to tell you that.
I got clothes now.
Not that entire conversation because my internet was being stupid.
Oh no,
Okay, you didn't
we're
miss much.
retconning that Alabaster having clothes, so he has clothes now.
I'm not butt naked.
Yeah, he's purchased a pair of a breastplate, and
I do have shoes, right?
And we do have people looking for shoes. So Thiel, make sure to take 5 gold off of your
5
your
gold for
inventory.
shoes?
I think
These
2
are leather
gold is
shoes.
plenty fair.
I mean, I had to kill the animal and then tan the hide in order to so I say otherwise.
Is
I
there?
will take one of these shoes too. For 5 gold.
Do you have any room to lower your price?
Yeah, if I pick up a
I
pair
believe-
of shoes too.
Less than 5 gold is.
Wow. So okay, hold on. So if all of you want pairs of shoes, now I'm going to have to size everybody up. Hold on, and he'll go out there and grab some implements to be able to take the measurements appropriate to for your feet. I am not a fine. Let me go check. And then he goes. You see him going back, and then he comes out. All right, I've got shoes for you, Alabaster, you, Thiel, and who else is looking for shoes?
Grovile. Lizard feet.
I don't
lost-
have any. You know what? I can have some that are around the same size, but you're going to have to go and talk to a shoemaker about getting these specially adjusted for you. There is one. I mean, he's just down the street. And since all four of you are purchasing something, and you're a return customer, 3 gold a pop.
There we
Oh,
go.
thank
That's
you.
the spirit.
I
Can I get
I will
another
buy
one
a
of these
pair
said shoes to go, please?
All right, so make sure to deduct it off of there.
Okay.
Will do.
Done.
I go up to Grovile and I ask if there's any other magical things that he sees.
And I look around. What do I see?
You see the dagger, and you see the morning star.
Did you said you were changing that item up a bit, right? That
I
people could
did.
use
So
it?
now it's not specific to a monk anymore.
That's the only thing you're changing on it?
Hmm
Okay.
It's a morning star. It's basically you see that almost like a chain with a spiked ball on either end.
Okay. It's a melee weapon though, so it's not for me.
Morning stars are good for paladins.
Well, we don't have one of those.
I asked the shopkeeper how much is the dagger.
So, just like we talked about before, it's 2,500 gold, and I can part with the dagger.
You say that you struggle to sell things. I feel the very expensive items will take the longest to sell.
They will, but it's more of a reward for me for holding on to them for the right price.
2,000 gold now is better than 2,500 gold in 6 months.
Persuasion
The
check.
inflation rate.
That's a crazy. Yeah, he's right. That's a crazy inflation rate.
Am I allowed to come in and say for the persuasion check? Can I say
13.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Oh, I thought you were trying to convince him otherwise. I didn't know why.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Theo, what were you trying to do?
No, never mind. Ignore me.
No, you're fine. He was just rolling. What we don't have to count it. What are we talking about?
I was gonna say if I can come in and say, Creed is right. I believe 2,000 gold is a very fair price, and there's no sense in waiting to try to get the maximum value when it may never come, and then to take the persuasion check.
So he looks at between the two of you, and he says, "Roll again." So this is at advantage.
27.
There we go.
I can part with you make a fair argument. And yes, 2,000 gold, and he'll put out his hand.
All right, I get out 2,000 gold
Mm-hmm.
and give it to him.
No, well, thank you. Here, and he puts out his hand again to shake your hand.
I shake it.
Thank you. Here, let me go get that down, and you'll see him start to draw a rune on the side next to where it's at, and then after the rune is drawn, you start to hear a crackle, and then he pulls the dagger off.
Do I?
While he's out, does he leave the room to get the dagger?
No, it's
Or
right
is it
there.
right in front of us, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Can I memorize what he just did, just in case?
Yeah.
Uh,
You can.
Can I roll like intelligence or something on that to memorize that? Or
You
wisdom?
just file that little tidbit away. So what do we do for? Give me an insight check.
Insight.
Insight.
All right, I got you. 19.
Okay, so you gather from the rune that was carved into, or that was drawn into the side there, that this is some kind of warding to protect against thievery.
Mm-hmm. And I want to memorize the shape that he drew.
I ask Creed, does he hand me the weapon?
He does.
He
places it on the table, and then informs you. Now, be very careful with this. This poison here refills once a day. However, it is very, very potent. So be cautious when you're using this. I would not be whatever you're planning on poking. You better hope to you just realize that there's no coming back. Okay, and you are now the proud owner of a dagger of venom.
I put it under my cloak. Hide it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make sure to add it to your inventory.
Well, if there's nothing else that we need here,
I ask him how long does it take to repair a rapier, and I pull out my rapier that is damaged.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Look at that. You have this rapier's seen better days. Well, are you partial to this?
If you had a nicer one, I wouldn't mind upgrading.
Well, what I want is that D&D Beyond to open it up. There we go. Well, what I can do is that I can replace that for you, or you could, if you're partial to it, if it has sentimental value, I can repair it, but it will cost you. It will cost you. Let's see, rapier. Yes, it's been so long since I've worked on a rapier. It'll cost you 13 gold for me to repair it.
Do you have any non-common rapiers here as well, or no?
So, with as far as rapiers go, I don't have any. What I don't have is a doggone internet connection. Thank you. What I do, but I don't have any magical rapiers, you say, but I do have another rapier back here, and he'll pull out a very pristine-looking rapier. Okay, that looks equivalent to yours, but you can see that some of the ornamentation on there is different down there at the hilt. That's accustomed to the armorer who crafted it.
Weapon has been through many fights with me. I would prefer to keep it if there's not a superior weapon available.
Well, I'll have to get it back to my apprentice, and I say if you come back to me in a few hours, then we can have this repaired for you.
I turn to the party. Do we have a few hours, or do we plan to take off? Okay.
I think because one of the weapons are missing, we should go quickly. So maybe we'll come back tomorrow.
Josh, is your mic off?
Oh, it's Josh's mic, alright.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong with my mic?
Sounds like
It sounds like it's
Weird
rubbing
stuff.
my nose. That's all.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, we can. I'll leave it here. I have multiple weapons. We after our next day, if we come back to rest, I can pick it up. So I hand him the weapon. Do you take payment before or after?
Before.
All right. 13 gold.
Yes, 13 gold.
All right. I hand him 13 gold.
Thank you. I'll have this ready for you when you come back.
Do we need any potions?
The alchemist would be the ones with the potions. We bought quite a few of them last time we were in town. If you need some, you can go pick some up. Just remind him that we're the one who picked up a whole bunch of them. Maybe you can get them for the same price we did.
Do you think we're fine as is?
Yeah,
I think
to be
we
honest,
are.
We bought like 30 of them while we were there.
Yeah, we bought a lot.
Do we need to go to your shoe store, Mr. Grovile, for your
Sure.
fancy feet?
Yeah,
Your feet are starting to terrify me.
Let's go get these shoes tailored, and then let's head back to the mountain. So we'll head to the tailor, the shoe tailor, shoesmith.
Yeah, it's like a shoemaker. I can't remember the formal title for shoemakers.
And we'll walk in.
Why, hello there. What can I help you with?
I bought these shoes from Hither Blacksmith, and he said to come to you to adjust them for, and I kind of pick up my leg, my misshapen feet.
Oh my. Yes, I'm quite familiar with your particular
Cobbler.
shape. Thank you, cobbler. Yes, because there's an Adam Sandler movie out there where he's the cobbler, and it was hilarious. Um,
And then there was another one where he had a guy who was really into shoes. Mr. Deeds.
Yep.
Or
But do I see anything glowing in the room?
You don't see anything glowing outside of the ordinary here.
Yes, if you could get these to fit, that would be greatly appreciated. How much would
Yes,
this cost?
just give me an hour, and then I can have these done for you, and it will just cost you. Just give me a few silver, and then I can have these. It's not too much. I just have to widen it here, and then kind of put some relief here for the claws, your particular claws.
All right, and I'll flick him 3 silver. Will that do?
Yes, that is more than enough. Oh, you know what? That's a dumb link. Yeah, I wanted to link the um what that morning star was that was so neglected. There you go.
It's a melee. It doesn't work for me. I know that.
No, I know, but there were some people that were not here.
yeah, what is Goragak, by the way? Like class
Uh,
wise.
Fighter.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
fire.
Gorgak might be able to use it, but I have a feeling Gorgak's gonna be using a different weapon.
There you are.
Well, what we'll do is I'll come back for these tomorrow.
Are you going to be okay until then?
I think so. It can't be that bad. I walked all the way here without shoes.
All right. Well, just be aware that that your feet are the most important thing, part of your body. I mean, without your feet, what would you do?
Well, they're covered in scales. Most of the time, I don't really feel very much anyway.
Hmm. Hmm.
Scales and scars. Scales and scars. And
She'll look at you kind of peculiarly and just nod her head and take the shoes.
And
You
all
sure
right.
you don't want to wait about an hour? Just about an hour.
Well, I know it's important that we hit the road.
Okay.
Maybe after we gather the horses, if it's been an hour, maybe we can come pick them up real quick. What do you say,
Yeah.
group? Are we
The horses.
ready to grab the horse? Well, all the horses are at the inn except for one. We just need to grab the one. The special
Yeah.
horse.
Very valuable horse. All right, so I guess everyone cool with us going to the stable?
Sure, we can go to the stable.
All right, I approach the stable and I look to see if it's the same stable boy.
Yep, it's the same stable boy.
Hey, is that a Danny
And-
DeVito in an M&M costume?
Over yourself with chocolate. Yeah, that's awesome.
Is that a real thing?
Is now.
It looks really me.
Yep, canon. So what you see when you come across is that you see the stable boy, and you open. The only thing is you see his head, and his head is poking out from the stable, and he's pressed against the wall, with the and he seems to be looking straight into the corner of that particular stable with the horse.
Our horse?
Horse
Your
having
horse.
its way with him?
Uh-oh.
It sounded like-
Stable boy, did
Do you approach?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you come closer, you see that he's been cornered in the corner of the stable, and right across from him is Adam, who has a few pieces of hay strewn across his body.
Good hide in there, Adam. I throw a gold coin to the stable boy. Discretion is.
Oh, you're back. You're back. Um, I, is he yours?
I throw a gold coin at him and just say, discretion is appreciated.
Sleep
Darna is standing
sleep is
there.
appreciated.
Darna is standing there with her hand over her face, like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?"
Well, thank you. I mean, is it okay for me to leave? Because um, this your friend here is staring at me
Well,
with hey, and he's been doing this all night. Every time I would leave, I would move. He would mow. He would grunt at me.
ooh. Well, we did tell you this was a very special horse.
You did, but you didn't tell me about him.
Can we count on your
I
discretion?
thought we did. Huh.
I'm I'm glad you came early. You've paid me well. I'm just gonna pretend like this didn't happen.
I turn to Grovile. Don't forget his extra silver as well.
Oh, someone left.
Yeah, I think he might have dropped.
Well, I appreciate your discretion as well. As promised, 1 silver, or was it 1 silver or 10 silver?
You said 2 extras the next day.
Yeah, you said 2 extra silver, and then there's a gold coming this way as well.
So here you go,
Well,
as promised.
I guess this was worth a night of rest that I won't get back.
All right, Adam, follow us, and we lead the horse out of the stable.
Before Adam leaves the area he's in, I'm take the time and cast invisibility on him.
Okay, fine.
That way we can get out safely.
Oh, that's no fun.
Don't want this thing to be seen outside.
It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna go.
And it goes, boop, and it's gone.
All right, Adam, follow us. All right, let's group up the horses.
What a waste of invisibility. What a waste of a spell slot.
Is it
They got him.
I turn to Grovile. Are your shoes ready?
We only have an hour before this monster's seen. Maybe I can race over on my horse and catch up with you later.
How long has it been?
DM.
Well, you said it only takes about 15 minutes to walk back and then situate everything with the stable boy. Stablemen.
Maybe you guys can go on ahead and I'll catch up with you. Maybe just wait outside of town so that you guys don't get seen with Adam. He seems to draw the wrong kind of attention.
No, I wouldn't guess.
Well, right now he's not gaining any attention. That's the idea.
All right, I agree with Grovile's plan.
So I can wait for the shoes, and maybe I can grab your rapier on the way, and we can head on out. Because I believe he said that was also only an hour.
He said up to 3 hours, I believe, but you can check.
I can stop over on the way and race on over. Maybe we can meet where we turned Adam invisible the first time, just outside of town, and we can meet up. Plan?
That sounds good. And I start to move out of town.
I hop on a horse with Adam, and we follow Alabaster.
Okay, and I'll race on over to the shoesmith.
Okay.
So how much time do I have there while I sit and wait? Just
Oh,
curious.
by the time you get back, he says, "Oh, well, I'm glad you came back. You're a little early, but unfortunately, there's not much business this time of morning. So here you go."
Thank you. I do appreciate it. I could use these.
Give him a gold piece.
No. And I'll put my shoes on, and I'll say thank you so much for your service. I will tell people of how good these shoes fit. And I will run over to the blacksmith.
Okay.
And is it ready?
Are you talking about the rapier?
The rapier, yeah.
Are you here for your friend?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He got a little bit busy.
I told him I'd be done in a few hours, and he wouldn't be back. But he wouldn't come see me until the next day.
Well,
I'm not ready yet.
well, we were hoping maybe if it wasn't busy, you'd be done. But if you're not, that is quite all right.
Yes, I apologize. Because the time he said he'd be back tomorrow, I haven't even started on it yet.
Okay. Well, then see you tonight, hopefully.
Oh, good. Well, would you like me to start working on this now? I can have it ready in a few hours.
No, no, no. It's quite all right. It's quite
Okay.
all right. And I'll head on my way to group up with the rest of the group.
Okay.
And I'll get there.
Matt, I sent you a information on one of the items that you've identified.
And then once I meet up with the group, well, shall we?
We can proceed. I'm ready.
We can maybe, hopefully, in a moment's time, get to the face of that mountain. And we'll, with haste, get there, head up to the mountain.
Okay. And seeing we have time, you guys will be, we'll start off from the, we'll start off from where we're at right now, and then we'll pick it up next week.